Hi, welcome to my little animation tutorial. Really because I just feel like making it. So currently we're making a new project and we're naming it, and I like to set the FPS to 16 because that's what I'm used to animating with. We just create it, and then I like to just set my pen and eraser first, and I like to set my pen to 13 pixels because that's what I find best for how I animate. Again, you can do whatever you want. Then we just start the sketching process, and I'm going to be animating Tweak, so I'm starting with the head, which is a circle, and I'm starting with the central keyframes of the little head bop. Once you have that, you kind of just go in and create the in-betweens and make everything smoother and set it to where it needs to be to make it look human, I guess. Then once I have that done, since I am animating a human, I like to go in with the cross hatching where you would put the eyes and like the center of the face, and it's really just to help me guide where the eyes and things such as eyebrows and mouths will go for future reference. Once I have that done, I will then add the eyes and things such as the eyebrows and the mouth. Really, you just place the eyes along the horizontal line you placed earlier, and you just kind of change the shape a bit and like the expression in the eyes a little bit to go with where the head is then placed and where they're looking. Same goes for things such as the eyebrow and the mouth, which you can use to give a little more expression with the person. Now I'm just going in and adding the mouth, and I'm giving him kind of like a surprised, unwelcome expression. I don't really know how else to explain it. Now it's time for the hair, and for the hair you kind of go in the opposite direction of where the head is going. Say the head is going down here, you will make the hair go up to give it that kind of flowy, bouncy look to it. And then here at the last few frames, what I'm doing is I'm giving it just a little bounce to make it a little more lively, which is essentially just making it go like up and down a tad bit before it completely stops. Now this is where we finally go in and add the eyebrows. And really the eyebrows just go directly at the top of the eyes. And you can move them up and down a little bit, scrunch them closer together, even farther apart if you want to give it more of an expression and help with the eyes. I also give them kind of like a bounce to them, just because I can, really. finally go in and add the body and the hands. So for the body, it's just like a triangular shape with, you know, the shirt and buttons. Simple tweak, you know. As the head bops up, I then start to show in the hands to give it like a little movement, you know. Then as the head bops down is really where most of the hands show, kind of like as if he were pulling them up to his head as he bobs down. You know how like he pulls at his hair, kind of. You're just kind of moving them slightly to give them a little bounce until you finally pull them back down. And this is where you finally pull the hands back down, showing just one of them by the last few frames, just to give it a little more oomph than the first few. And then this is kind of where you just go back and rewatch to make sure everything is smooth and how you want it. If it's not, you go back in, add a few more frames, fix things that are a little wonky, add more frames if you need, take away frames if you need. If not, you can just move on to the line art. Here I'm really just adding a little burst of excitement to show more expression from Tweak. And previously I was just adding the extra little wisps of hair that I forgot to add earlier. So really it's nothing much to commentate on. Now we are adding a second frame to start the line art. First I like to set the background layer or the sketch layer to a lower opacity so you can thoroughly see the line art. There's not much for the line art, and it's really just following really close, if not exactly, to how the sketch is to keep it consistent, especially if the sketch looked really good. I also do color in each frame at a time, and I do color on the line art layer because that's what I find best for me. Of course you can color beneath it, you know, if you want to, but I personally don't enjoy that, at least not anymore. There's not much commentary for this part, so I think I'll just speed it up to cut the video a little shorter because this is quite a long video right now. Okay, now I'm just replaying it just to make sure everything looks good, and I think it does. So then we move on to any extras and backgrounds. So now I'm going to start doing the little extra burst of excitement I talked about earlier, which is just same outlining and filling in the color. And then we start the background. So I'll shut off the sketch layer and then I'll make a layer underneath the line art and coloring. Right now I'm picking the perfect color that I think fits, and then I just copy and paste that through all the frames. And then what I'm going to do is just add like a little burst, like the circle bursts a lot of animators do when he bops his head downward. I think it'll just add like a little extra movement to the background where it is lacking. And now it comes time for the final product. I will have this part not sped up because, of course, you want to see it in real time, the actual animation. I've made it a GIF, so it should just replay a couple times. And here we go. And here it is sped down.